Hi friends! This is DaintyTank. Thank you for joining me. This is Highway Blossoms. Next exit, part 4. We can do this. I remembered. Look at me. Poke the Totoro in the upper high card area so we see where we were. And anyways, where we are going is the Alien Convention. Turning that down, it's kind of loud in my ears. There's the Alien Convention, which is Tess's birthday, but kind of also Amber and Marina to go help Cassie. Oh my. A little too excitedly there. So, we'll see where this goes. Okay. Load. Last we left off, we were in the hotel room. The way too fancy Stratosphere hotel room. Super fancy. Inside, I kick off my shoes and collapse onto the bed. Worn out from all the walking. And turning it down a little bit more. It's getting loud in my ears.
I'm gonna take a shower, unless you want to first.
Sorry. I immediately was like, or you could take a shower together. Speed things up. And then I'm like, oh yeah, you're new in the relationship. Got it.
Go for it.
While she steps into the bathroom, I just stare up at the ceiling. I've been either driving or walking all day. Some folks don't understand how a long road trip can tire you out, but it's exhausting. Oh, it is. Drove across the country in 3 days. I think it was like a total of like 2,700 miles. It was nuts. Like, it's exhausting. Even then, like, I would never do that again. That was so dangerous for me to do. Even I still feel it sometimes. Like today. Oh my god, that's a new shirt. Rocky Mountain National Park. Tank. Look at you in a tank. In the bathroom, there's a loud thud, followed by Marina's pitiful whine.
Amber.
Oh no.
Which faucet do I use?
Don't blame you there. I always get frustrated with it too.
Do you need me?
Wait, no, I got it.
Okay. Sound of running water starts.
Yeah!
Hot.
It's way too hot.
You good in there?
I'm good.
Good job with the voice acting here. Like, I've been mentioning it, but like, they are going all in on the voice acting, and I love it. The studio does a great job with it. After a minute without any more yelps of pain, I figure Marina's got it under control. Oh my god, that's so adorable! When she starts singing in the shower shortly after, I know it for a fact. One more time. Get it? I just lay in bed listening to the noises of the city. Besides Marina in the bathroom, there's a dull thud of our neighbors in the other rooms, as well as the honking of horns and squeal of brakes that floats up from down below. Every so often there's a sound of whoops and cheers from one of the theme park rides as it whooshes overhead. Since our room is on one of the highest floors, we're some of the closest to the action. I hope it doesn't go on all night and keep me awake. I do have to like point out the juxtaposition between like living in a motorhome and then like going to like the 100th floor in the stratosphere. Kind of a big thing. There we go. Doop. Sorry. Eventually, Marina comes out of the bathroom with a puff of steam. She's carrying her day clothes in a bundle and has changed into her pajamas. Her hair is down and wet.
How's the bed?
Then I want you to try jumping on it. I slap it a couple times to demonstrate its firmness.
It's alright. Not as comfy as the bed in the RV.
Amber, you would think that bed was comfy if there was springs stabbing you.
We've got totally different ideas of what comfy means, don't we?
Yeah, kinda. Aww! Aww! There we go, that's adorable! She flops backwards onto the bed beside me, causing the sheets to poof up. Oh my god, the face. Then she rolls back and forth, her wet hair slapping me in the face.
Okay, I don't know what you're talking about. This is amazing.
I like my back support from a good firm mattress. This is like sleeping on a waterbed or something.
Marina snuggles in close to me, throwing one arm across my chest in a half hug and resting her cheek against my shoulder.
I know. Like I said, amazing.
Put my own arm around her in turn, holding her close. She smells like the complimentary soap and shampoo in the bathroom, rather than her typical fruity scent.
Ready for tomorrow?
Yeah, it'll be fun. I can't wait to see Tess. You?
Should be a good time.
You'd better have fun.
No.
Or else what?
Or else I'll be sad. You don't want that, right?
Duh, of course not.
Good.
From above and outside, there's the screams and roar of the amusement park rides again.
What was that?
People on the roller coaster up top, probably.
Oh my god, there we go. Marina pushes herself up.
Wait, there's a roller coaster up there?
Yeah, there's a few rides.
This changes everything.
There's literally stars in her eyes.
What do you mean?
Marina grabs her phone from the bedside table where she left before climbing in next to me.
I didn't know they had rides here. We totally have to go. Look at these!
She turns her phone screen towards me, and I can see a small collage of rides at the summit.
Oh, what's this one? The Big Shot.
That sounds scary. She taps an icon and the short video plays, showing a number of people strapped into a harness. Then the platform they're on drops really fast. The screams on the recording sounding similar to the ones we've been hearing outside. Yeah, nope. I hate those drop rides. Hate it.
Have fun with that.
Oh, we will.
We will.
We? Sorry, count me out.
Oh, Amber. Are you scared?
I would be, yes.
I'm not scared. I just don't like those kinds of rides.
I don't either, but I would be scared for them.
Have you ever even been on one?
Yes, once, and I hated it so much.
Sure, a long time ago.
Maybe you'll like them now.
Doubt it.
She lightly punches me on the shoulder, then tosses her phone back onto the table.
Uh-huh. I guess I'll just have to change your mind then.
Ooh.
Why not go with Tess instead?
Oh.
Because I want to go with you. Duh. Plus, don't you have to be a certain age or height to go on those things?
Wait, hold on. Sorry. I got distracted for a second.
Because I want to...
Oh, okay, so she's literally like clutching her shirt closed, and then when she gets excited,
Because I want to go with you.
cleavage.
Duh.
That makes sense.
Plus, don't you have to be a certain age or height to go on those things?
Do you? News to me.
Yeah, you do. She just sighs.
Well, I guess we'll figure it out tomorrow.
Sure.
Oh my god, Amber. Be excited with your girlfriend. There's nothing to figure out. But I don't want to keep arguing with Marina and spoil the mood. Yeah, but like, you could be open to trying things. Instead, I turn on the TV, letting Marina pick the channel and watch cartoons for a while. Still cuddled close together. Cartoons is the best idea. It's probably Steven Universe. Poke the Totoro, see me play Steven Universe Attack the Light. Just started it, and it blows and boggles my mind all in one. Oh! After a while, as the credits for another episode start to roll, I poke Marina on the shoulder.
Hey, babe. It's getting late. Wanna call it a night?
No response. Contort my neck at an awkward angle to be able to look at Marina and see that she's already fast asleep. I can't help but smile. Turning off the TV, I pull the covers up and over us. Marina's breathing shifts slightly, but she doesn't wake up. One of her hands clutches at my shirt like a kid holding their favorite blanket.
Love you too.
Aww. I whisper the words into the quiet night before switching off the lights and drifting off to sleep as well. Back to the trio. The air was abuzz with excitement. The frenetic music that blasted from the loudspeakers was drowned out by all the conversation. Boxes slammed, the booths scraped, burgers sizzled as merriment ensued. From corner to corner, nearly every inch of free space was covered with someone selling something. An assortment of booths offered plushies, shirts, keychains, and all other manner of touristy crap. Large signboards used bright colors, big pictures, and small words to list the locations, topics of several panels. Our alien overlords and you, how to survive in a post-occupation world. I'm not saying it was aliens. Live in concert, the crop circles. Hanging bangers pointed the way to other attractions, like the swap meet and game hall. Near the front entrance, the trio had just arrived. Oh my god. Her hands on her hips, Mariah surveyed the area like a pirate captain, scanning the seas. All around, dumb schmucks ripe for the swindling went about their business, completely indifferent. Beside her, Tess stared out into the ocean of faces, hoping to see Marina's familiar bright one. But no, they were more like gloomy gray clouds, she decided. Joe watched it all happen.
What do you want to see first?
Joe was oblivious. He'd been directing the question at Tess, but it was Mariah who answered.
What do you think? We're gonna head to the swap meet, like we decided. That's where all the suckers will be at.
Makes sense that you'd head there first, then.
You're damn right it does. What? You think you've got a better idea floating in that head of yours?
I'd mostly been asking the kid who wanted to be here. You know, the one who clearly needs some cheering up.
Fine. Hey, kid. You want to go to the swap meet?
Jerk. Tess shrugged. She didn't particularly feel like going to the swap meet, but she didn't feel like doing anything else either. More than anything, she felt tired. It wasn't the kind of tired where you need to sleep more. It's more like the kind of tired where you just don't want to get out of bed. Oh, she is clinically depressed. This sucks.
See? She likes the idea.
Gripping her sister's shoulder like a rag doll, Mariah starts to drag Tess off towards the swap meet. Joe held out an arm to stop her.
Why don't you go handle this one on your own? I'll take Tess and go do something fun.
Fun? Fun? What's the use of fun? You can't pay for shit with fun.
Tess just left.
You can't pay anything if you waste all your money gambling, but that's never stopped you before.
Well, if somebody would count the cards like they're supposed to, then it wouldn't be such a waste.
Tell you what, I'll give you $10. Surely that's got to be enough to get you started, right?
$10? I couldn't blow my nose with $10.
Fine, 20.
Mariah eyed him slyly, calculating just how far she could push Joe's generosity and patience. Finally, she held out a hand.
Deal.
Joe slid a crisp $20 bill from his wallet and passed it to Mariah. She sniffed it, licked it once to be sure, and then pocketed it. Ew. Just ew. Okay, sniffing it, you're not gonna get anything out of that besides, like, if it's ever been used for gasoline. Or you would get a little bit of micro cocaine if it was used for cocaine. So this is crisp and might have come from the bank, of which it probably wouldn't have. the potential for as much cocaine is still left on it.
Don't spend it all in one place.
But there's no benefit to licking it. Mariah just growled in response, not having a comeback, but not wanting Joe to get the last word in. Like a cat falling from the banister, she sauntered away with the illusion of dignity. She had a plan, but of course it wasn't the one she could admit to Joe. He would think that she'd gone soft if he knew she was worried about Tess. But after reading the messages her sister was sending, it was Mariah's phone after all. She knew that something had to be done. That's why she had agreed to come to the stupid alien convention anyway, because Tess wanted to, even though anyone with half a brain knew that the supernatural convention down at the Excalibur would be way more lucrative. The cash she had wouldn't be more than enough to find a gift for Tess. And if she was savvy and could talk her way into a discount, there should be plenty left over for her to spend on herself too. Once Mariah left and he was finally granted some peace, Joe knelt down so he was closer to Tess's eye level.
All right, kiddo, let's try that again. The convention is your oyster. What do you want to do?
Tess shrugged, more interested in the gum stuck on the ground near Joe's foot than in any of her surroundings. It stretched thin and gross, ignored, unless it was causing someone a problem.
Text Marina, I guess.
Oh.
That doesn't count. Something that isn't on your phone.
Her list of hobbies exhausted, Tess just stood and waited to be told what to do.
What about some of the games? Want to see if we can win you some sort of prize?
If you want.
Oh.
Hey, it's not about what I want today. It's about you. What sounds fun to you?
Tess thought long and hard. She couldn't come up with an answer.
Right. Games it is. Nothing gets the old dopamine pumping like some carnival games.
Hey, you sure? You lose more often than you win. Joe didn't know if that was true, but he desperately hoped it was. He's a good guy. The first game they stopped at was a test of strength. A big yellow pressure plate sat invitingly at the base of an illuminated tractor beam. The top of the beam was a UFO, complete with flashing LED lights.
All right, this one's an old classic. Watch and learn. I'll get it warmed up for you.
Okay. With an extra pump, Joe rolled up his sleeves, flexed his arms, accepting a small mallet from the bored-looking college student running the game. Glanced down to make sure Tess was watching. She was. Or at least she was staring in the general direction of the game. And then Joe swung. Put his back into it, his full body weight too. The mallet crushed into the pressure plate, illuminating the first in the trail of lights that ran all the way from the base to the UFO. First light turned yellow, then another, and stopped just 3 lights. It wasn't even the fifth on the way up. Fifth of the way up the board. You're not even worth abducting. Scoreboard taunted.
Here's your prize, sir.
The attendant's voice could not have been more flat or boring. He offered Joe a basket of aluminum badges, each bearing a small illustration of a cartoon alien. Joe picked one at random and dropped it in his pocket.
Okay, your turn. Let's see what you've got.
Tess grasped the mallet, which was already almost half her weight. She lifted it until it was just barely over her shoulders, and then brought it down, letting gravity do most of the work. The mallet clinked off the pressure plate as the light began to streak upwards once again. Past first, second, third, quickly eclipsing Joe's score. Continued to climb and climb until it reached the apex. The UFO lit up, making a clattering and chiming sound in celebration. The person manning the game approached Tess, carrying an immense UFO-shaped pillow. It's almost as big as the one of the tires on the RV.
Here's your prize, ma'am.
He sounded just as unimpressed as he's been by Joe's score.
Hey, great job.
Tess struggled to wrap her arms around her new prize as Joe clapped in support.
You did it! You hit the jackpot! How's it feel? Pretty good, right?
Not really. Doesn't feel like anything.
Oh. He tried not to let it bother him.
Sounds like we just haven't found the right game for you yet. Come on, let's
is
try the
that
next
right?
one.
No, that's... Tess followed dutifully, clinging to the pillow that Joe had been so excited for her to win. She gonna win everything? Next, the pair arrived at a decorated skee-ball machine, complete with crop circle theming around the goals. That's brilliant. That is absolutely brilliant. I love that.
Ever played one of these before? Do you know how it works?
Tess shook her head.
It's a real test of skill, not luck. You've got to focus for this one.
At the end of the long ramp, several slots were arranged across the backboard. Plastic corrals surrounded each hole, with point values painted on.
Don't worry about aiming for the big money. Go for the easier shots that you know you can make.
Summarizing both his game plan and his life philosophy, Joe readied himself for the game to begin. 5 plastic balls were dispensed near his hand. He picked one up, getting a feel of the weight. With Buller's dramatic flourish, he sent the first ball careening up the ramp and bounced off the lip, nearly landing in the 30-point zone, but instead bouncing back to the 10-pointer.
Dang, close one.
Both of Joe's next throws missed, while the fourth one landed in the 20-point zone.
All right, it's the last one. Need at least 20 more points to win a prize. Think you can cheer me on?
How do I do that?
Whatever feels right to you, kiddo.
Shut out for a moment, then Tess stepped forward and awkwardly reached up to pat Joe's shoulder twice.
Good luck.
Joe stared down the 20-point hole, channeling all his focus and concentration. He pictured a crosshair in his mind, pinpointing the exact point spot the ball needed to land. He stepped back, practicing the shot a couple times, then with a solemn nod, he stepped forward and threw. The ball went wide, missing target by a number of inches, and started rolling in the 10-point zone. A series of red lights and disappointed trombone music reminded him that 40 points was not enough to qualify for a prize.
Well, you can't win them all.
Sorry. Guess I'm bad luck.
Oh, honeybee.
No!
I struggled once again to think of something mature and adult-like to say. But what could you say to a kid who was having such unkid-like thoughts?
Why don't you give this one a shot? Here, I'll hold that.
After accepting the UFO plushie, he ushered Tess towards the game. She stared up at the target area. Since Joe wanted her to try, she would try. Pausing and side note, these stuffed animals on the left-hand side, like besides the little alien cuteness over here, like that wall of just dead-eyed faces is terrifying. Oh my god. Without bothering to get a feel like Joe did, Tess made her first shot. The ball whizzed over the ramp and nearly sank neatly into 20-point zone.
Nice going.
Shot 2 landed 10-pointer, shot 3, and that was another 20. Even though shot 4 was a miss, Tess was guaranteed a prize. On shot 5, Joe came to stand beside her, crouching down to see the game from Tess's level.
All right, last shot. You can go for something safe, like another 10 points, or you can aim big and try to double your score. What's it gonna be?
Tess threw the ball, not caring too much about where it landed. Ball sailed over and cracked against the 50-point zone, but didn't make it in. It ran down between her 2 slots, then finally disappeared into the 40-point zone.
Woo! Go Tess!
Once again, Joe whooped and hollered in celebration, trying to have enough enthusiasm for the two of them. But after Tess had accepted her prize, the t-shirt that was 3 sizes too big for her, she didn't look any happier.
What about now? Heart racing? Blood boiling?
Jeez.
Still no.
Still not determined to give in, Joe led them on to the next game. He's very determined. Good job, buddy.
Now this. This is sure to make you really feel alive.
It was a shooting range game, with a small laser gun attached to a tether. Several feet away, cardboard aliens that were varying degrees of grotesque would pop up, with targets stamped across them. Yeah, is it the little girl with the physics book in the dark alley.
Easy as pie.
That was a Men in Black reference, so you know. Oh, it's just, yeah, that's been a while.
Lame.
Joe closed one eye and raised the gun up as he leveled it at the target.
Wait for it.
One of the high-value cutouts, an especially hideous thing with purple skin, horns, and tentacles, was due to pop up any second. The moment it reared its ugly head, Joe pulled the trigger. But just a second later, it disappeared again. Joe's shot having gone wide and missed. Sighing, he placed the gun back in its holster.
Well, I was never much good at these. But I bet you can step up there and show an old geezer like me how it's done, right?
Wordlessly, Tess stepped forward and readied the toy gun. When the targets first started to move, she began firing lazily, her motions shaky and random. As fate would have it, her shots were finding their marks. Not everyone landed, but many did. With each hit, there was an accompanying sound effect to add to the hype. Well, if there had been any hype to begin with. Tess fired with the cold indifference of a hardened criminal till the timer ran out. She didn't even bother to check the score and simply accepted the prize that was thrust upon her, ready to be forgotten. Joe extended a hand, offering to carry some of the burden. He loaded the UFO plushie from the first game onto his shoulder, giving Tess an easier time. Two of them headed away from the shooting range, finding a spot to sit down near an empty stairway. Joe poked the prize in Tess's arms to get her attention.
I reckon you've got one of the best records of anyone here at this con. If your sister were around, I'm sure she'd be chomping at the bit to find a way to make some money off of that. What about you, though? Did you have a good time?
Tess was quiet for a long moment, which Joe took as a good sign. If she had to think about it, then the answer couldn't just be an easy no. Then she pulled out her cell phone, staring down at its blank screen as if it might have better news. Maybe a message from Marina. Nothing. Had Marina forgotten her after all? The girl staring back at her from the pristine glass looked like a stranger.
Other people are having fun. You're having fun. Why can't I have fun too?
Oh, my love. The quiet solemnity of Tessa's question took Joe off guard, even though he knew he should be used to it by now.
Well, that's because...
Because he racked his brain, hoping to stumble across something poignant to say.
There's something wrong with me, isn't there?
It wasn't even a question, just a statement. Joe sighed and just put what he hoped was a comforting arm around Tess's shoulders. This is gonna be harder than he thought. Meanwhile, at the Amber... Yeah, you're kinda... Yeah... I am going to stop and save here. I hope you're having a lot of fun with this. Give me your thoughts down below. I don't want to get into the sweet tooth chaos that's about to happen right now. Just yet. I just had a little bit shorter time to do this today, but I hope you all are having fun. Comment, let me know your thoughts on how everything is going. And on poor Tess, because, oh my god, poor Tess. I am glad that we're doing Next Exit because it's highlighting a lot of the problems that I was kind of yelling about in Highway Blossoms. It's actually like addressing them and bringing them to the forefront, like, you know, what in the world is happening with Tess. So hopefully everything goes well. Joe is trying his absolute darndest. So proud of that guy. Good job, boy. Good boy. Anyways, with that, I'll see you next time. Love you all. Bye!